Napa know-how.
A Napa guy knows more isn't always better, unless we're talking about full-size vans. These beasts do more than get you from A to B. They have so much space a man can live in it. With shag carpeting, waterbed, and a sweet lava lamp, these mobile abodes have all the comforts of home. With quality parts and plenty of Napa know-how, you can keep the original tiny house running longer, stronger. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Hi, I'm stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
Hello, Demis.
Hi, everyone.
Man, you just put like a really chewy thing in your mouth.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to start it. We just did the sound test.
I'm ready to fucking go.
All right, I'm ready.
You are wrapped up like a burrito.
It's really cold in here.
Turn the fan off.
No.
Dumbass. How are you?
I am very good. I actually had a really good day. As I told you when I got here, the last person in my department other than me quit today. And so my job basically can't fire me now. And I'm like, this is great. Job security. So I was having a really good day. And I have a hilarious story of insane coincidence.
Okay.
So
I do know this story. You tweeted about it.
Yes. Okay. So you know how when you leave my house, there's that painting, that We Can Do It painting that's like right next to the door. It's a color block.
Sure. You have a bunch of bullshit all over your walls.
I know. It's the last painting you see when you leave my house.
You have a painting of mine. When I took a painting class in college, and I was so bad at it.
Yeah, you
so
were.
Bad at it.
You were really bad at
it. One painting was like kind of okay.
It was on like
it's
hot
a very
pink paper.
Abstract bullshit
It's
thing.
blown ink. I just really liked the way that it looked. Yeah, I have it hanging up in my house. It's on that wall between my bathroom and my bedroom.
Yeah, I know.
I like it. Yeah, okay, so that Rosie the Riveter color block variant was painted for me by a girl that I went to high school with, who was a really good friend of mine. We were like in elementary school together, and we were close through high school. She painted me this painting, right? Today, Nicole, who last week I was sad because she moved to Colombia.
The country, again.
Yes, the South American country. Important for this story,
Yeah.
that this is the South American country. So she moves to Colombia. She's teaching at this school, and she's like, she texted me today, and she was like, there is an employee at this school who is from Lansing. And I was like, learn everything you can about this person. What school did they go to? Here for references are the schools I went to and my sisters went to. And she comes back and she was like, he definitely went to school with you. He remembers your name. His name is this. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to like out him for this. So I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. He is the boyfriend of the woman who painted that painting for me. So this woman that I've known since I was a kid, I think that they may have broken up in like the last year. The last time I saw her, like 2 years ago, they were still dating. So current information for me, possible ex-girlfriend. I've known her forever. Her mom used to do my hair. Like, I met him because we all went to high school together, and we had one class together, and so I like interacted with him. But now he lives 2 apartments down from my girlfriend. So this, like, of all the places in the entire fucking world, of all of the people, this person that I know and like have like really close connections to is now living next to my girlfriend in Colombia. So the world is infinitely small. All kinds of weird fucking coincidences happen all the time. And I was like, dig for all of the information you can. Did they break up? I need to know everything. And so we have this like international dirt line going. I texted my sister and I was like, you're never going to believe what happened. And she was like, I'm going to go through his Facebook and see what I can find. It was fucking weird. And we were texting about it all day because it was just such a strange coincidence. Like, that you could move so far away and feel so alone and then be like, oh, I know someone who went to high school with you. Like, it's just so bizarre.
That is really crazy.
So I'm riding the high of like, the world is weird. How's your day? How are you doing? I know you've been apathetic all day.
Well, I'm on this diet, see.
Oh, yeah. This diet sounds fucking terrible.
Okay, so if anybody knows it, it's called Whole30. Everybody who does know it just went, oh, damn. Because not that I need to defend my actions at all. I am not doing it necessarily to lose weight. I am doing it for, like, medical reasons to, like, see what foods interact, blah, blah. But, it sucks. It is currently day fucking 2, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm in, like, 50-50. I'm, like, half, like, this isn't that hard, and, like, my life is moving so quickly anyways. Like, yesterday, I was freaking out about this New Year's party that I didn't want to throw, or, like, show that I didn't want to produce, and now it's fucking August, so, like, I'm gonna be dead tomorrow. So I think I can do 30 days of, like, not eating Doritos. But another part of me is, I was telling Erin, like, I am eating enough, but I'm not hungry necessarily, but, like, I am mouth bored. My mouth is bored. Like, not even flavors. Like, I was sitting doing work, very busy, brain active, fingers active, very, like, whatever. And I was like, man, what is wrong? And I was like, oh, my mouth is bored. My mouth doesn't have anything to do. So, I know I was such a bitch to Nick this morning. He was like, what's wrong? And I was like, stop talking to me. I just...
Do you chew gum? Maybe that...
You're not allowed to do gum, Erin.
What? Why?
They tell you to chew on mint.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. And I've also exercised more than I normally do, and my butt really hurts.
I mean...
How do you stretch out your butt?
It's really easy to stretch your butt out. I can show you some stuff.
Anyway, so I'm grumpy about that.
Okay.
I'm sure there are other things that happened in my life, but that's the main focus of my life.
It's clouding your whole brain, so...
Yeah. That's it. No alcohol, no carbs, no sugar, no peanuts. I don't even care about peanuts, but it's just like a weird thing that I can't have.
Well...
No dairy.
I mean,
I had to have coffee without shit in it today.
That's how I drink my coffee, just
And
black.
I had tea yesterday with lemon in it.
Gross. Fuck that.
Ugh. I
Black
mean,
coffee's
it was
the
really
best.
good tea because, like, I don't fuck around with tea. But it was just, like, boring. I'm just bored. And everyone's like, you don't have to be bored on your diet. You can do all these fun.
Nope.
It's boring.
Diets are boring.
This is boring.
Fuck that.
Stay tuned. But saving grace, I'm allowed to have LaCroix. I've just been... I'm drinking a lot of regular water, but, like...
Stella literally called it her sweet treat earlier today.
That's so sad.
It is really sad.
It's day 2.
You're gonna fucking die. This is like when Maurice tried to do that cleanse, that juice cleanse. After like 3 days,
Juice cleanse is some special, like... That's crazy.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be 7 days, and this is supposed to be 30. I feel like
Yeah, but I actually
stretched
get to,
out.
like, eat some food. You're
Still.
not allowed to eat. I had a juice yesterday. I like juice.
I know. We were talking earlier. I drink too much juice.
But you drink, like, bullshit juice. This
That's
is,
not
like,
true.
organic juice that's been pressed through Jesus's hands.
Bitch, I go to Whole Foods too.
They allow you into Whole Foods?
Right. You would be surprised.
What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Sasha Banks Boss shirt. It's the one that looks like a front of a vintage car. That's the best way I can describe it.
Any reason?
Yeah, because she's probably going to be fighting for the title at SummerSlam now.
Oh, yeah.
Because part of the news segment, Bayley is either the greatest worker of all time and can fake a shoulder separation, or she's injured.
Yeah, that happened in that match with Nia, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nia just throws people like trash.
Yes, she did.
But, like, not in a fun way.
Yeah.
In a, like, you're hurting people way.
I think Bayley just landed weird, to be honest. It
Well,
was
John
just like-
Cena's still alive, so...
Oh my god. I was totally alone watching that fight and just screamed. I was like, oh my god, we just witnessed a murder.
I didn't watch it last night, and then I was watching it with the baby, and I knew something happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I made the most horrific noise, and she just started to cry.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know how to explain. It's fine, baby, he lived.
Michael he had like a work thing last night during SmackDown, and so he came home like right after 205 finished. And so we watched that match again, and I was like, yeah, he was like, I was smashed, and I was like, oh, it was good. There was this moment where I thought John Cena was going to die for a second, and he was like, oh, whatever, Erin. And then we got to it, and he was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was fucking
John Cena's
bad.
face was like,
right? He just, like, squints his eyes and shakes off real quick, like, oh, fuck. And then just falls over, like, straight on his
he was like, hurry, Kinshasa me so I can lay
right?
down. So I can, like, I don't even, think the angle Neckmer didn't, like, even hit him with the knee.
No, he, like, hit him sort of on the
You just
top of
fall
the chest.
now.
Oh, it was bad, yeah. I have a feeling John Cena probably was not supposed to leave at the end originally, according to plan. He probably went back to get checked and then came out for the save. Like, that felt very much like it was supposed to be a babyface beatdown that he was just like, I'm incapacitated for, but, like, got the fuck out of there. And then they did the stuff on the network. It was very weird.
Wait, what stuff on the network?
Baron Corbin attacked Nakamura on the network before 205 Live started.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he came out and attacked him.
You guys,
and then,
I have not been paying attention.
Yeah, he beat up on him, and then the Singh brothers and...
But they were all the way up in the skybox. How did they get down so quick?
Well, I can't remember if they were, like, laughing at him or if they came out. I was kind of unclear on this. I don't really remember. I was pretty stoned.
Why would you leave the skybox?
I mean, to beat up Shinsuke, I guess.
Yeah, but
there
one of
was,
them
like,
has a neck brace.
But there was, like, a significant amount of time, and then, like, Cena came running back out and, like, rescued him. Yeah. We'll talk more about that match later. Okay, let's talk about other news.
Well, you didn't ask me what wrestling shirt I'm wearing.
I'm sorry, I can't see your wrestling shirt. All I see is a gray hoodie.
I'm wearing my Kevin Owens shirt because Kevin Owens is, like, the only person that gets me excited for wrestling. Which
Fair
is
enough.
not true. I just had a week where, like, I just don't want to do anything. I literally, came home and just laid in silence and stared. Like,
Sounds like you're having a depressive episode.
but I don't feel depressed. I just want some snacks.
Depression is also apathy. Like, long
Okay.
stretches of apathy are also part of a depressive episode.
Yeah, I am full of apathy.
Okay, yeah. You're probably having a
I don't
depressive
want to
episode
do anything.
then.
I was like on my commute home. I was like looking at my podcast, and I was like, I don't want to listen to any of this.
Yeah, that's depression.
Okay, well that's where I am.
Okay, well, that's good that you know that. Exercise helps. I know that it sucks, and, like, that's a, like, exercise is very good for the endorphins in your brain. But even doing, like, 50 squats a day will help.
My butt hurts.
I know.
So then it just makes me angry.
Well, do 10 push-ups then.
I guess angry. I can't do 10 push-ups anymore.
See,
I'm
that's
so
your goal.
out of shape.
If you can't do...
Wait, do they have to be girl push-ups or real push-ups?
You can start with girl push-ups.
That's terrible. We shouldn't call them girl push-ups.
Non-athletic push-ups. How about that? You can do non-athletic push-ups if you'd like to start with that.
Who is a wrestler who definitely does those push-ups, and we'll name
Eva
them
Marie.
after that? No, Eva Marie is the most, like, fit.
She doesn't
She
have
can,
control
like-
of her body, though.
Yeah, but she can do a push-up. That's, like, the worst. Who is a wrestler that can only do girl push-ups, and then we'll call him that from now on?
Ellsworth.
Well, but I don't like him. I feel like I feel like we can come up with somebody funnier. We'll call him Ellsworth push-ups for now.
For now. That'll be
Also, Ellsworth is a very long name. We need just something catchy.
Okay. All right. We'll ruminate on it. If people have ideas, let us know if we don't come up with something by the end of the show. Yeah, if you can't do 50 squats, then do 10 push-ups.
I can do them, but my butt hurts.
No, I mean, if you're, like, really sore and you're like, I'm not doing 50 squats, do 10 push-ups. It'll help. It does help your endorphins. And I know that you feel apathetic about it. That's why it's important to do it.
I did do stuff today already.
Yeah, I know.
Not helping my apathy. I go on like an hour and a half walk a day. Yeah. That is exercise.
Yeah. You have to add more onto that. It's variety. It'll help.
I
It's
have
okay.
no variety in my life.
Yeah, that's probably why you are depressed.
Oh my god, let's talk about news. I am just angry.
All right, news. Cody Rhodes is launching a wine line. I don't know why.
What?
The first thing I wrote down. Cody
Is it
Rhodes.
called, no, I'm serious, I didn't vote for Trump. Even though I said I did.
I know, right?
No, but I didn't.
I know,
I
right?
get it now. I'm cool now. I'm Cody Rhodes. I'm cool now. Bullet Club. Too Sweet Me. I'm cool.
It's like, right? You fucking gaslighter. I will find these receipts. You piece of shit. Whatever, you're on the right side now.
Yeah, it's cool. We're on your side, but like,
But also.
just like, don't lie to me.
Yeah, right. oh. But apparently he's starting a wine line because Cody Rhodes is a wine guy. So he's going to have his own line of wine. And we're obviously going to have to try it. If I can do that
after this bullshit Whole30.
If I can do it without paying for it, I would prefer to do that.
Somebody send us a bottle of Cody Rhodes.
Right? I will review the shit out of that. I just don't want to pay for it.
How expensive do you think it's going to be? It's
absolutely...
got to be like Francis Ford Coppola wine where it's like trash and it's only like $8.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere between $8 to $15 a bottle. Someone wants to like cash at me $15 to pay for it. I will also accept that. We'll keep you updated as we find out more. WWE trademark news, my favorite.
Ugh. I don't care about it at all.
WWE re-registered their trademark for Taboo Tuesday, a pay-per-view where fans voted for the match stipulations, which seems like something that they could very easily do for SmackDown, which is an interesting way to get people engaged.
True.
And like they already do Twitter stuff a lot, and so to like make that like an integrated part of it and make
Will
it
it be
Taboo
on
Tuesday.
Tout?
I don't know. Smacking Talk was already canceled on Tout, so I wouldn't hold out much hope. Oh, did you see this shit with Ivelisse?
No.
Oh, it's not good.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not good. Ivelisse said that she was depressed and that she had like taken some time to get herself together and get over her depression. And a fan responded and was like, I'm really happy for you. It took me a long time to come to terms with my mental illness and my depression, and I'm really glad you're in a better place. And Ivelisse's response was to quote tweet her and say, depression is not a mental illness. It's something that happens to everyone. Just like live your life and get over it. And people
Oh man, I did see
out.
somebody tweet. It was the gif of like Naomi slapping Carmella, and it said depression is not a mental, and then the slap. And I was like, cool. I don't get this reference.
Yes.
I have not really been active. Again, I've just been sitting and staring and thinking about Doritos.
That's good. I get time sucked into Twitter where I'm like, everything is horrible. Not only were people like, no, that's very wrong. You're very wrong about this. Like, I think she also said, like, it's like anxiety. It happens to everyone. And everyone was like, no, that's not how any of this works. And so a bunch of people were like trying to like educate her. Like, there's a difference between situational depression and depression, which is a mental illness. And she fucking doubled down.
Well, but some people, I get it. I'm not like defending her, but like, you have to come to terms with yourself, with your mental illnesses or any other thing you have going on. And it's clear that she's not in that place. And so her immediate response to people being like, you have a mental illness is to be defensive about it, which is not great. But like doubling down is never smart.
Right.
But it's also like, I can see from her point of view
I think that's a good point. I can understand how that would be hard. But at the same time, everyone, I think, understood that too. Because it wasn't just like, you have a mental illness. It was like, you have to understand that there are differences in kinds of depression. And to just blanket say that it's not a mental illness encourages stigma and will stop people from getting help. Yeah. And people were like trying to explain that to her. And she doubles down and is like, you're all fucking idiots. Fuck all of you. All of you are fucking wrong. And just like flips out on everybody. And it was bad. It was like, she didn't apologize, like, refused to take any responsibility for it. It was, like, it was not good. I was really disappointed, because I like Ivelisse a lot, and it was weird for it to go from, like, I have been depressed and I'm happy to be moving on with my life to, like,
yeah, and if you don't want to engage in a conversation, why do you tweet that?
Yeah, exactly. It was very strange.
What did you expect, to be honest?
And, like, people were really wanted to be like positive and really wanted to encourage her.
Saying, oh, we're happy for you.
Yeah, exactly. And she just like flipped out. It was absolutely the wrong response. And then to, like you said, to double down on anything is not a good idea most of the time.
Yeah, it's really not.
So that was really unfortunate. I hope that she comes to terms with whatever she needs to in that area. Like you said, it's hard to come to terms with that shit. So I that's a good point, and I didn't think about that before. But also like,
but I get it.
Yeah,
I get where everyone is coming from.
Yes. We talked about Bayley and how she probably separated her shoulder. John Cena's playing Bumblebee in the next Transformers spin-off, which...
Like the cartoon?
Like the giant Transformers robot.
But like, is it a cartoon?
No, it's like a Transformers movie.
Is it, what?
So, like, real people and giant CGI...
But I thought they were done with those.
Ooh, there's a new one that just came out like a couple of months
Yeah,
ago.
no, it's supposed to be. It was like Transformers: The Final.
Well, I think this is like a spin-off. I don't think it's a like Transformers proper in that canon of the series or fucking whatever. I'm pretty sure it's a spin-off. And so,
And
yes
he's
and no.
Bumblebee.
And he's playing Bumblebee.
The voice.
Yes. I think that they do the motion capture suits for those as well. So he's
Weird.
like playing Bumblebee, which may be the only way I ever watch a Transformers movie. So once it comes to Netflix, obviously, again, not going to pay for it. Whatever. Do you have any news?
We did not talk about the AEW women's tournament.
Oh, yeah! I forgot about that.
We do have a question about it later, and we can talk about it more in depth. But I just was like, we really missed that in the news.
Yeah. Also, I thought that they announced that the same day that we released.
I don't know, maybe. Well, they have a belt and everything, and
Yes.
it's very exciting.
Yes, I'm very excited about it.
I just have a question for you. Do you think that there are too many wrestling podcasts?
Yes, and we should eliminate about 400 that are only by white men. Just get rid of all of those.
Follow-up question. Do you think that there are too many mediocre men in broadcasting?
Yes. Is that a
Excellent,
trick
excellent.
question?
That was my first response, and I was like, the only answer to that is, are there too many white dudes in broadcasting?
Yeah, exactly. No.
I didn't watch it. I obviously just saw a clip, and I was
can't
like,
even. Yeah, I saw that. Are there too many wrestling podcasts? Oh, that reminds me. I saw this in relation to that show, which again.
also, who cares? It literally doesn't affect you at all. You
Yeah.
bald-headed ass.
Right? Like
Not
just
that being
because
bald-headed is bad. I don't know why I
just
said that.
also an ass.
Just he's an ass and has a bald head.
Yes. Both things can be true. Can also be mutually exclusive. Not in this case. They were talking about Enzo and how the one thing I agree with JBL, he was like, he's not gonna last, he's gonna be gone, which is like a really cruel thing to say in a place where he can see it, but at the same time, like, what the fuck is going on with Enzo? We also didn't talk about how he went to that strip club last week.
And didn't tip?
Didn't tip shit!
Who don't tip at a strip club?
Right? Like, you come in talking about how you're a big baller and you make all this money and you pay $10 while you're with this woman for like 30 minutes? Are you... No! Ridiculous! And he was... I don't know what was going on with him during Raw this week, but it was not good. His promo was all fucked up. He looked all fucked up. Like, it's bad. Bad news. Bad news for Enzo. So, that's the one good thing Bring It to the Table has brought us, was that I was like, I agree with you. I don't like that. But I also am about Enzo.
Who loves Trump too?
Yeah. Does he?
Yeah. I have it on good authority from inside sources.
Gross.
That are really reliable, so just trust me.
Ew.
Like, heard it from his mouth.
That is so disappointing.
And like a little shocking, but then like not that shocking.
Not
like,
that shocking.
Surface level, you're like, oh really? And then like right below surface level, you're like, not shocking at all.
Yeah, not shocking at all. Oh, that's so sad.
Not that you can't be in a relationship and go to a strip club, but like, is he still in a relationship with Liv?
Who? What? He was in a relationship with Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
I did not know that. What?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's a terrible idea. I don't like that. Ugh. I mean, yeah, you can be in a relationship and go to a strip club. God knows what their rules are. There are other wrestlers in open relationships. We know that. Also from very reliable sources.
Same sources.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
Wink and a nod.
Wink and a nod.
All right. I don't know. Should we talk about wrestling?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you watch Lucha?
Yes, I did. I watched it like the day after it came out, though. Did you take notes on it?
Yeah, and I watched it the day it did come out, remember?
okay.
You didn't watch it the day after it came out because that's when we recorded.
Oh, you're right. I watched it the day after we recorded.
Bitch. I thought all the matches were really good. I like the Tejano, Famous B, Brenda
I love it.
triangle.
It's
And
the
like
only time I've
Tejano
ever cared about Tejano.
Yeah, Tejano needs something. Brenda's right. That motherfucker is boring.
I love that shit. It's such an accurate portrayal of who he is. Like, yeah, bitch, you're boring.
You're boring. They had that backstage segment in a bar where Havoc was drinking, and then Son of Madness was like, hey, You gotta come back. And he's like, I'm never coming back. Then I'm
Not
gonna
after
kill
what
you.
happened.
Yeah.
What happened? What was it? I bet they had to, like, sacrifice a baby or some shit.
No, I'm sure it's like, you stole my woman.
I don't know.
I don't think you sacrifice babies in motorcycle gangs.
They said it was a cult. He said it was a cult.
Yeah. No, that was an insult, though. Son of Havoc said, I'm never going back to that cult. That was an insult.
Yeah, but I think it might actually be a cult, and that's what he's referring to, is that some fucked up shit happened. We don't know that it's actually a motorcycle gang. All we know is that they're from the open road and that fucked up shit happened. And it's been referred to as a cult once, which means it's a cult.
Masquerita Sagrada gave the rabbit tribe a rabbit foot, and they were like, I couldn't tell if they were like appalled.
They were horrified.
Appalled, but also like kind of delighted.
Yeah, because they're weirdos. I loved that it was this big box, too. I thought it was going to be a whole dead rabbit. Because, like, that is, like, the tone of Lucha right now. This season is very
dark.
Is very dark. And so I thought they were about to pull out a whole dead rabbit. And so to pull out an actual rabbit's foot keychain was, like, I think it was the right touch. It did bring levity
Especially
into
from
this.
Masquerita. It would be so unbelievable that Masquerita would put a dead rabbit in, like...
In a box, yeah.
Right, that's... But him thinking it's funny to put a tiny rabbit foot
in a
surrounded
giant
by,
box.
like,
Yeah.
packing peanuts in a giant box. That's very his style.
Yes, that's true.
There was a match between Pentagon and Drago, which was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like Penta has been in this very, like, limbo state of, like, what's his character. But
Yeah.
after this match, he had a backstage segment with Katrina where Katrina basically was like, Mill never forgets a debt. So, like, we're setting it for Penta and Mill. And
Good.
I think that's great because both of them feel very...
They're floating.
Like, we love them. They're big stars. They've helped build this company. But, like, they are kind of floating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the match between Penta and Drago was really good. Penta eventually wins with a package pile driver. Penta goes to break his arm because that's literally
what he does.
his thing.
Yep, literally his thing.
Aerostar comes out, protects
like
Drago.
an idiot.
Because he's like, my friend. And Drago's like, bitch, I don't need your help.
Right?
Bye.
Immediately is like, peace, bitch.
Takes him out, but, like, takes him out. So
Mm-hmm.
he's disoriented so that Penta gets the up on Aerostar and breaks Aerostar's arm.
Bye.
Again. 2 times.
Sorry about it. Oh well. They have nothing to do with Aerostar either. Might as well break his fucking arm.
Yeah, and then when he comes back, if there's like a 4th season, it'll be like, I'm coming back, Dragon.
Dragon!
The main event was PJ Black versus Rey Mysterio. It was the match that you expect. Whatever.
Yeah.
I love PJ Black. I'm like really into PJ Black lately.
He's been
actually
doing a really, really
yeah,
good
I'm
job.
really into him. I am just also like not. Here's the thing with Rey. I understand his cultural importance. But I never was like, Rey Mysterio, when I was watching when he was, like, at his first peak.
Yeah.
And so, like, I have none of the nostalgia pop for it, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, whatever, Rey Mysterio wins because Rey Mysterio.
I wish it was Puma. I know that this was originally supposed to be for Puma. And,
Yeah.
like, this would feel so much more appropriate with Puma because he and Johnny have had this rivalry forever. And so I agree. I don't have the nostalgic tie to him. And, like,
So even when he has good matches, which he does.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
It's just like, eh.
Yeah, I like...
He feels very tacked on to Lucha, whereas, like, all these
Yeah.
other characters feel like the heart of Lucha.
Right, exactly. And I don't know what Rey could do to make me feel like he's a part of Lucha. I feel like he's been so put into this situation that was clearly supposed to be for somebody else and then elevated very, very quickly just on the basis that he's Rey Mysterio.
Well, and also it feels like where Lucha sometimes doesn't feel like other wrestling shows where there's like all of that politics and stuff. Like I know there's politics and everything, but it doesn't feel like that when you watch the show.
Right.
To know that Rey Mysterio just kind of came in, probably got paid a lot of money, and also to know that he's like negotiating with other like I know everybody's negotiating with everybody, whatever, but it's like it just feels. Whereas like Lucha feels like an other world, like it's magical realism. Rey Mysterio feels too. Like, I know he's too real.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
agree.
his character is from... And even though I know a lot of these characters are from AAA, like, it's different. Like, when you have a character that's, like, a WWE character in this magical realism world, it's, like, a little... It's just jarring.
Yeah, I agree. He stands out in a way that I don't care for.
Right. Anyways, Rey Mysterio won, and then Worldwide Underground fucking everything up, and then Dragon Azteca, who apparently is alive after it was thrown through. I was thinking about that. He's been on the last, like, 2 or 3 shows, and I was like, wait, weren't you, like, thrown through the bleachers?
whatever.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Tejano went through a fucking bar. Like, these do. Who cares?
But he had like a year to recover. Like in the storyline or whatever. That was like the end of that season.
That's
where it's like, that was just like in the middle.
That's true. That's true.
It's only supposed to have been like a couple weeks. Right?
I guess that's true.
That is true. I am true.
You are true.
I am true. Brock Lesnar's gonna leave if he loses the title.
Bye, bitch.
Come
I don't
on,
give a
witchcraft.
single shit, right? Let's all just pull all of our energy together and just wish him out of this company. Also, I like how Paul Heyman was like, if Brock loses, he's gonna leave the company. And people started cheering, and Paul got this look on his face like,
Brock Lesnar laughed, though, to his credit. He thought he was like, whatever.
Right? He's like, I don't give a single shit. And Paul Heyman was like, and I'll leave too. And people were like, okay, whatever, bye, Paul. It was like, it was weird to watch, like, panic flash across, because Paul's a professional, and, like, he's not the greatest of his career right now as he, like, has ever been. But like,
he's solid.
He's still very solid. And to, like, watch that one moment of just, like, panic.
I honestly didn't notice it because I was watching Brock just laugh.
Oh, it was, I'm
a monster.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Like, I will be sad if Paul Heyman leaves, sure, sort of. But at the same time, like, bye. I don't ever want to see Brock Lesnar again. Unless it's getting his ass kicked in the UFC by John Jones, who weighs way less than him and is gonna murder him. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I have. I don't care.
All right. That's fine.
I might want to watch it to just watch Brock Lesnar get beat up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, for sure.
Do you think Mark Hunt is hot?
Mark Hunt, the one that he originally faced? No. No, I don't.
I'm, like, weirdly attracted to him.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me double check. I'll pull up a picture on my phone. But I think so, yeah. In my memory, I'm like, yeah, it would hit.
Really?
In my memory.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Not who I thought this was.
I didn't think so.
Somebody in the UFC, though, I would hit. I don't know who it is.
There are several good-looking people in the UFC. Conor McGregor would hit it.
No, would not.
Fuck him. Everyone tells me that Michael looks like Conor McGregor, which, like, I guess. Other people see it more than I do.
What's a UFC guy with, like, a big beard?
I don't know. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
Did I just make something up?
I mean, there are lots of UFC guys with good beards. And
I feel like I made up a person and just pretended that that's who Mark Hunt was.
What else does he look like? Give me some other features.
I don't know.
I mean, there are lots of really good-looking dudes in the UFC.
No, there are not.
Lots of trolls, too.
I'm looking at a picture. I'm looking at, like, best beards, and I'm like, no. These people are not.
There's one guy who looks like Fandango. I can't remember what his name is, though. He's very pretty. He gets his ass kicked a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I made that person up in my head. The person in my head would fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Hardys bought the club. Revival was on commentary. I like all of these teams individually, and I don't care, and I don't know why I don't care.
I know. I feel like it's because they made us not give a shit about the club for so long that it's like, what are we supposed to be invested in here? I feel like, honestly, what we're invested in is the fact that the hints are getting stronger and stronger and stronger about the broken universe.
Right.
Did you read through the stuff that Rebby posted?
No.
Neither did I.
I have a lot of apathy, remember?
I remember. I mean, Rebby Hardy, I feel like.
I do love Rebby Hardy, but I'm not into reading.
Okay, that's fair.
Rollins was like, hey, Cesaro and Sheamus. And they were like, haha, you suck. We're the bar. Look at us. We're foreign. We're hot.
Euro babes.
And then Rollins was like, well, I'm hot too. I'll totally fight one of you. And then Sheamus was like, I am the hotter of the two. I will fight you.
Which is wrong.
It's not wrong.
No.
It's not wrong.
It is wrong.
It's not wrong. And then Rollins won. And then they started beating him up. And then Dean Ambrose came out. And then Dean Ambrose was like, I didn't do it for you. I did it because I know your tricks. Your You're Trixie. And Rollins was like, no, I'm sad.
I know. I love how sad Rollins is. High point for Raw. How sad Rollins was. Other high point for Raw. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose shirtlessly conversing in the locker room. I was like, oh my god, this fanfiction is like literally flying out of Tumblr right now. I loved that. It's like, okay, two sweaty dudes. I'm sorry, man. I know this was my fault. No, it wasn't, man. It was my fault. Like, just kiss. Please start kissing.
I don't want to see Rollins and Dean kiss.
I do. Just because I want it to happen and be done with.
That's not how wrestling works. Wrestling is built up on your sexual tension.
I know. I did like watching Renee and Dean do an interview. I just love seeing them like actually working together. For some reason, I really enjoy it. They have really good chemistry and like.
Yet they're married.
Well, yeah, I know, but they don't have like married chemistry. They have, because they're both very good at what they do, and so it's interesting to watch that difference between like a couple and like people working in this environment together. I liked that a lot.
Speaking of couples, Jason Jordan was on Miz TV, and Miz was like, I'll help you, and Jason Jordan was like, no, I'm good, thanks. And the Miz was like, oh yeah, well, why would you need my help? International or intercontinental champion, you know, the Miz, I'm the best. Look at my
WrestleMania.
Look at my entourage. Look at my wife. Why would you need my help when your daddy is the GM?
Yeah.
And then he was like, don't talk about my dad.
I know. I like that he doesn't say my dad. He calls him Kurt, which I think is
I do like that too.
I think that's a nice, like, little piece. Like, that's
Right.
that's a nice addition that he's doing. Because my dad it would sound very weird and like,
And,
oh,
like,
okay, you just jumped on this, did ya?
That's my dad.
Yeah, like, okay, all right, we get it.
Jason Jordan did a good job, though.
Yeah, and The Miz put him over to filth.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's,
really did a
Miz
great
is
job.
good at that. Miz
Yeah.
is good at everything.
Mm-hmm. It's
Mrs. Bay. Unless, I guess, he shaves all his hair off and then looks like Pitbull. That is not Bay.
Maurice is, like, I think not...
Miz is not, like, particularly attractive. I just love him.
Yeah, he's... Like,
Miz looks like a real-life Simpsons character.
He is, like, the definition of average.
He's got, like, his mouth looks like a Simpsons mouth.
Yeah, because he has completely fake teeth.
It's weird.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And he's... I don't know. But I still love him, Mrs. Bay. You know... Bray Wyatt had a pretty good promo.
The only notes I took for Raw were Bray did a good job, which I...
Because it was, like, obviously Creepy Bray does a promo. It's the same, but it was, like, it had, like, content.
And it was,
had
like,
a point.
focused. It was
And
very
had a
focused.
And was focused.
Yeah. And there was one moment, the other note
No
that
escape, Finn.
I'm just going to read it, because I want you to know that I actually wrote this down. So...
Did you write that Finn looks like Jesus?
I did not.
When he came out and he was like, oh.
I know, right?
With
I
his
like how
arms.
Seth did that with Dean a couple of weeks ago. Like, just hit me, bro. I'm going to do the Jesus pose, and I just want you to hit
No, but
me.
Seth came out with magic
You
like
mean,
Jesus. Finn came out with
yes.
magic like Jesus and
Yes.
was like,
Here's the other note that I wrote down. Also, there was a moment when he was laying on the ground where I thought, okay, JoJo, I get it.
yeah, I can see it.
It was really weird. It was like he was laying down and he was like relaxed and he like went to sit up and his hair like sort of fell in his face and I was like, okay, JoJo, okay. Not my thing, but okay. I can see why you're into this. Okay. Okay, all right. I guess I forgive you for this.
I loved Bray Wyatt's reaction when like Finn popped in. He just started laughing.
Unfazed by magic. Bray was
Perfect.
like, you want to do magic? I was born in the magic.
But he wasn't even like aggressive about it.
No.
He was like, oh, I love it. The
This
trick.
is wonderful. I also
And
love
then
that-
even when Finn like hit him, Bray was like, "This is great! I finally found my
I love
people."
it. Also, like the whole time, Bray kept calling him a mortal man, and like, bitch, we all know he's the demon. Like, we all know he's not a mortal man. We've like fully
Right.
established this, and it'll be interesting to see at SummerSlam if they have Finn come out as the demon, because I feel like
They will. They won't.
I feel like,
they
yeah, at
can't slow
SummerSlam,
burn.
that's
They can't
true.
slow burn shit. They don't know.
That's true. And especially at SummerSlam when it was.
They
like,
can't.
That was,
that's not
like,
true. They can't slow burn the big stuff. They
Yeah.
can slow burn little stuff that then turns into big stuff. Like
True.
They slow burned. Like they started New Day with a terrible gimmick, but
True.
then New Day was a slow burn for a little bit, and now it's like one of the biggest things. The Fashion Police, that was
True.
a pretty slow
Also
burn.
slow burn.
Like they can't slow burn a main event or main event guys. They don't know
Yeah.
how to do it, but they can I don't know if it's because it's different writers, so they allow it.
Yeah, I feel like they allow those things to evolve and then understand at some point that they're too big for them to just shuffle away. Whereas I think you're right with this. It's like, we need this fight to happen in order to move on for both of these guys. And so to do this past SummerSlam, like, they will, and I'm sure that they'll continue to fight, but, like, to really use
I really don't want it to be LOL, fuck you, Bray, though. It's
Although,
gotta be
like,
something.
I feel like if it's the Demon, they've already established, like, the Demon does not lose. He's never lost on the main roster. Finn almost never loses as Finn Leather Jacket Man.
Right.
And so, like, of all of the people, if Bray is gonna lose, Bray the God is gonna lose to anybody, it should be Finn. Like he was saying,
because
Finn...
he loses to mortal people all the time. It just doesn't make sense.
I know. He's been winning a lot lately.
That's true. And
like,
he did get a belt.
Yeah, and, like, his feud with Randy ended when he literally moved to a different show. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much the best thing they could do for him. To just be like, all right, we're just gonna completely disconnect.
And move to a different
Well,
show.
yeah, but then, like, you're totally disconnected from it. I'm gone from that product. I didn't care. I was leaving anyway. Like, you can, like, build those excuses in. So I feel like, of anyone, it has to be Finn. And, like, it puts both of them over in a good way, too.
Yeah. So there was the Roman, Braun, and Joe match, which I didn't really understand why we're doing this match. Like, I know it's like, we're going to do this match except for without Brock. LOL, this will be fun.
They kept saying it had SummerSlam implications, which it didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, does
I
someone
think
get
the implication was like, whoever wins this is probably going to win. Because
Yeah.
they did it the first time, which is like not how booking works, but whatever.
No, not at all.
I gotta be honest, I didn't watch this match, and then I went back and I was like, okay, you have to actually watch it. You can't just write it off. And when I was actually watching, it was an entertaining match.
Yeah, I
the
enjoyed
three of them
most of
actually
it.
put on a really good match. It made sense. Like, yeah, whatever, Roman won, but like the way he won, like, made sense.
Yeah,
like
Also, Roman and Braun do have very good chemistry together.
Right.
I feel like of everyone that Roman has been, like, shoehorned in with over the last year, like, he and Braun really, really work well together. They bring out the best in each other.
yeah. And Joe fits good in this like main event type card. So
Yeah, I agree.
Drifter and Kalisto, who is apparently still alive.
Yeah, I was like,
His
what the-
music hit, and I was like, who the fuck? Oh. Drifter was really funny this week, though. His, like, I'm from here, I wrote a terrible song for you, I thought was great.
Yes.
I know, like, we obviously knew that it wasn't going to be like, I love you, Pittsburgh, or
I know.
whatever. But I thought, he's learning a couple new chords.
He's definitely getting better.
Little intro.
And it was also, like, really solid heel work because he built it up like, I'm gonna make you think I like you. You're my hometown. I'm gonna make it sound like this place is great. Fuck everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he just gets better every week.
I love that his finisher is called Drift Away, when, like, that's what people used to cheer for, like, chant at him when they were like, we hate you, Drift Away.
They don't even call him the Drifter anymore.
I know.
He lost the Drifter and the Samson, so now he's just Elias.
Do you want to walk with Elias? And then his thing is called the Drift Away. I mean, they call him the Drifter sometimes on commentary.
Yeah, on commentary they do. They don't
Yeah.
announce him as that
Right.
anymore, though. Which I guess makes sense, because where the fuck is he drifting to?
Right.
He's already here.
We're 2 hours and 20 minutes in. And, oh, look, there's a woman. There's an interview with Alexa, which was great. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Alexa basically was just like, oh, I don't care who I'm facing. Is it Bayley? Ooh, who cares? Whiny Bayley. Well, like,
Yeah.
I mean, how embarrassing for Sasha. Like, she's
Yeah.
supposed to be this boss. She can't even win. It was a good promo, but it was like, I checked the timestamp and I was like, oh, shit.
I know.
What?
That was the weird thing about both Raw and SmackDown this week, is that they both felt like they went very quickly. Like, there was never a point during either show where I was like, oh my god, there's an hour left of this show still, which happens with Raw a lot. So,
You didn't feel that 10 minutes in during the Hardys and Clubs match?
I mean, okay, maybe then. I was getting pretty stoned, so I feel like I can deal with the first 40 minutes.
The match between Bayley and Nia. It was good until Nia broke Bayley.
Yeah.
Nia putting her hair in a side ponytail was hilarious.
The
Genius.
best.
So funny. But also, like, come on. I love that Alexa came out and Nia was, and then, you know, Bayley fucked up Alexa and Nia was like, you good? Are you sure? You good? You good? I like that they're building that relationship well.
Yeah. I've also been doing all of those, like, backstage videos together.
Right.
Which again, like the New Day, like let those people establish themselves as good.
And Naya's been doing a lot of fun stuff with the club, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cass versus Big Show.
Who gives a literal shit? I don't care.
Yeah.
I felt like
I really love Big Show, but I just, like, don't care about Cass or Enzo.
They changed his music again. Like, ugh, who gives a fuck?
They did?
Yeah, because this is like the third time they've changed Big Cass's
to be honest,
music.
I've been fast-forwarding through people's intros, so I didn't even hear Seth Rollins' new, like, Burn It Down.
Oh my god.
Everybody was making fun of it.
So funny.
And I had to, like, go look it up. Because I fast-forward through intros.
Michael and I were just sitting on the couch, like, quietly. We were just sitting there watching, and then, burn it down! And I just started laughing hysterically. And he was like, I want to make fun of you for laughing so hard, but that was so weird.
It was really weird.
And, like, I will like it. I will like it the next time when I'm not so surprised by it.
Burn it down!
Oh, he needs a better shirt. That fucking Microsoft Paint bullshit he's wearing right now is bad.
Yeah,
it looks really bad.
The design he had when he came back, the redesign, rebuild, reclaim, or whatever, that was like a fucking great design.
Yeah. That came before the Kingslayer.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that was a good design. Mm-hmm. The Kingslayer design, not good. Burn It Down, not good.
Seth freaking Rollins, not even that good.
No, Seth freaking Rollins was dumb.
Whatever, burn it down, I guess.
Burn it all.
Burn it all!
Burn it all! On 205 Live was Jack Gallagher versus Brian Kendrick, and Jack Gallagher lost his temper.
Yes, he did.
Oh my.
Oh my.
He took Brian Kendrick's face and just rubbed it all over the screen.
I know.
He was like, eat, not paint. What is it? Eat LED. Nerd. And Brian Kendrick did a fucking great job selling that shit. Mm-hmm. It's like Brian Kendrick's like, oh, I'm the man with the plan, mind games. And Jack Gallagher was like, headbutt, I kill you now. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was good. Because he, like, still really kept his, like, demeanor, his Jack Gallagher demeanor, but was just, like, very intense. Mm-hmm. Which was good.
Yes, I like that. Also, Jack is going to fight Pete Dunne at the Progress show for the United Kingdom belt, which is awesome. Like, I like I'm very confused about the relationship between Progress and WWE, but it seems good. Like, it's cool that, like, Trent Seven and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates still work pretty freely, it seems like, and so I want to know more about their contracts with WWE, like, how they work. Because
you're a little creep.
Yeah, because I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah, you're a little creep.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. That's how I find out fascinating things, like WWE pays for their superstars' Ubers always, which is the best business ever. Like, it's so smart. I think that because if you let your superstars use Uber on the company dime, they'll never drive drunk. Ever.
That is true.
Brilliant. It's like, you don't think that these kind of things can be connected, but, like, that is just very, like, they pay for all of their gym time. They, like, never have to pay to work out ever, and they pay for all of their Ubers. Like, great. Keep
But health insurance on your own.
On your own for that, suckers. But, like, that, things like that do add up to that kind of stuff, too. Not saying that they should not give him health insurance. They should definitely do that. But it is good that they do these other things on top of it.
Totally.
But that's why contracts are fascinating. Because that shit is crazy.
Sure.
Anyway.
There's a really good backstage segment on 205 Live where Ali and Swan were playing, like, 2K18, I guess. Yeah. But I thought it was good. I love that it was Kevin versus AJ, because, you know, 205 Live comes on right after SmackDown. They had, like, what did Ali said? Oh, look at you. You're on your back like Drew Gulak.
Yes.
And then TJP came in and Ali leaves. And then, you know, I don't like TJP, but man, is he fucking good in this, like, shitty, like, oh, no, I'm a good guy. We're friends, but, like, I am better than you, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm better than you. Yeah. Just, like, admit that I'm fucking better than you.
Yeah,
like,
I like this. This was, like, some of the best work I've seen from TJP since, like, the Cruiserweight tournament, basically.
Yeah,
this is the most I've liked him.
It's a weird, I like this feud that's, like, there's not a good guy, there's not a bad guy, but they're, like, there is one, obviously. Yeah. But I like this feud, and it's a good place for both of them, I think.
I agree.
Tony Nese came out. His new entrance is just him for, like, a minute, just standing there being like, this is my arm, This is my other arm.
Mountain
and
range.
here are
Mountain
my
range.
abs.
Check it out. Here's my back.
But I like that he talks through it. And it's like, oh, like
There's
that's...
8 reasons I'm better than you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, you piece of shit.
But it's, like, it's a good entrance.
It is really good. He has, like, found his rhythm as a heel. And he's
they always
very good at it.
clearly wanted to push that, like, oh, he's better than you because he's, like, this fit guy. But, like, having him, like, literally, like, shove it in your face and, like, talk about it makes it so much better.
It feels like Shawn Michaels pulled him aside and was like, listen, motherfucker, tell us all about your body. Just tell us how fucking sexy you are, all this. Also, who would have thought Shawn Michaels would be running house shows for NXT? Like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. Like, he's one of the dudes that travels and runs their house shows now, which is fucking
In
bananas.
between making Christian country movies.
Correct, yes. Insane. Totally insane. But that feels very Shawn Michaels to me. That, like, presentational, like, this is literally why I'm better than you. Like, that kind of energy is something that he really needed, and it's nice to see that happening.
Did they change Grand Metalik's mask?
I don't know.
Because I don't remember you being able to, like, see eyeballs and, like, teeth and, like, stuff.
I don't remember. I know they changed Lindsay's mask, so it's possible that they changed his.
Dorado.
They took away those
Grand
weird
Metalik
teeth.
looked really good, but he's still really lost.
Mm-hmm. As always.
Well, you need a jobber. Mm-hmm. But they let him talk, and yeah, they changed his mask a lot.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I was like, I don't remember seeing your teeth, because this is mean, but I was like, you don't have great teeth. And I would have noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he used to have the, like, the covering, because you couldn't really see what he looked like.
Oh, man.
But it's clear that they wanted him to talk more, so...
That's good.
I mean, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah. Agreed. And I feel like he's been missing.
Wasn't he hurt?
Was he? Is that where he's been?
I, like, vaguely remember us talking about how he got hurt.
Oh, okay. I don't even
But I don't know
that.
shit. I don't know shit about shit. Neville gave a backstage interview where he was just, like, growling and literally, like, lip-twitching growling.
He's great.
Yeah.
Which continues to be great as the king of the cruiserweights.
He's got a fat tongue.
Really? I've never noticed that before.
Because he's talking so slow now, I'm like, oh, you got, like, a really big tongue. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would still, like, totally bang him. But, like...
What?
Yeah, we talked about this. He is sexy as the scary king character. Would I bone him with, like, ponytail glasses and a jumper? No. Would I bone the king of the cruiserweights? Yes.
Would I bone the king of the cruiserweights with a mask on? Maybe.
Davari gave a promo that was like, you know that promo you just heard from Jinder Mahal? Here is it again.
Yeah, seriously.
Just different country, different face,
right?
Same promo. Mm-hmm. I'm Brown from Iran. What's up?
Yep.
Also, I'm going to lose in the name of this famous Iranian. Yeah. So, cool.
Cool.
Look at my chains. Peace.
Okay.
Tozawa won.
Whatever.
So Tozawa versus Neville at SummerSlam, which is, like, obviously what was going to happen.
Yeah, obviously. Like,
but I mean, fine. I like how much work Davari's, like, been getting because I think that he is a good wrestler.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see him
and
push more.
And I do think he is better at this character than Jinder is. And don't at me. I know that India and Iran are very different places. Whatever. It is the same concept and gimmick.
Yeah, they have the exact same gimmick.
But I do think that Davari is better at it, and I do think that it fits his character better.
It doesn't feel like Davari has roid rage. I think that that's a big part of it. Like, all of a sudden Jinder got giant and started screaming about being diversity. Like, with Davari, it feels much more like,
I am Iranian, I am better than you.
Yes, exactly.
Look at all the money I have. Look at, like, which is, like, very...
I don't need you to tell me that I'm better. I already know that I'm better. And Jinder's is more like, I need you to understand this and say it back to me so I understand that you understand this. Like, whoa!
He's got 1.3 billion people riding on his back.
He's got all to repeat it back to him.
He's got a lot of stress. SmackDown. I loved how SmackDown just fucking started. They were like, here's Kevin Owens, here's AJ, let's do this.
Yep, I agree. Smart as fuck. They were like, we have so much to do.
But also, like, it didn't need that. And that, like, them coming out and just, like, wrestling, no promo, no intro, nobody talking in the ring, it just gave the story and the match a little I don't know, like a little fire, I guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Urgency?
Yes.
It's a better word.
Yes. You're correct. That is a better word.
Kevin Owens lost, kinda.
Kinda. I thought that ending was very smart. Also makes me think that last ref one was an accident. That something happened.
Well, yeah.
Because they clearly played it up off of that like,
right.
they had set this up again. It seemed like something had gone wrong
right.
the first time. Very clearly something had gone wrong that they were like, you're gonna do this again and you're gonna get it fucking right. I'm like, oh, okay.
We got it. Kevin Owens' freak out backstage was like, he's just so good at everything.
He's the fucking best. I love it.
Oh, Shane McMahon's gonna be the ref. Him? He's the worst one here!
Fucking love it. Him like throwing the table, storming away, and you just hear this like, ah! I love
That's
it.
gonna hurt somebody's ears.
Sorry, guys. Not really, but whatever. And I think this is a great use of Shane McMahon. I would much rather see, like, they're clearly gonna have Shane and Kevin wrestle at some point. Like, win, I don't know, Survivor Series?
Maybe.
Actually,
I think sense.
I think that's a great place for a match like that, too. Like, have a grudge match in between all of these team matches. That way you can put a different person on the SmackDown team that's not Kevin Owens. Like, I feel like that Shane is big money. It's a 4-hour pay-per-view. It's one of the big 4. So, like...
One might even say, here comes the money.
Yes, exactly.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's my favorite part about it. I don't know why. It's like Nick's favorite part of that, you know that song, that bang, bang into the room?
Yes, I do.
There's a part where, like, the main singer hits, like, a really high note near the end, and you can just hear Nicki Minaj in the background go, okay. And that is Nick's favorite part. Every time he's like, okay. And that's how I think of the, like, here we go. In that song. It's like moral support. Here we go.
Perfect.
Okay. You'll hear it now.
Yes, I will. You're correct. Yeah, so I feel like this is a good place to start with this. It feels more natural to have a build this way, too, that, like, we started off with them as the ref, and, like, AJ's gonna win, and then Kevin's gonna blame it on Shane, and so then it will escalate that the two of them will fight. And, like, I was talking to somebody about this on Twitter last night as well, that, like, generally I am opposed to part-timers and specialty acts taking the space of people who grind every day. Like, those people grind every day for a reason, and they should be rewarded with time on big shows. And
I just want you to know that the word grind has very specific connotation in my head, and I just got a lot of different images.
I mean, that's fair. I also talked with somebody on Twitter who in wrestling would be good at burlesque. So, you know, possibly also related to that.
Not even Marie.
Not even remotely. Titus O'Neil. Probably good at burlesque.
He's got a lot of personality.
And we were talking about this because Cedric Alexander did the, like, football shuffle in the ring, and I was like, you would be great at assholes. Like, straight up. You have the best booty for this. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a flat butt and do assholes. It's really just about, are your assholes made well? Are they placed well?
True,
are you
true.
moving very fast?
True, but you have to, like, coordinate in order to do it.
You do have to coordinate.
Yeah, and he's well situated.
And he
for
could
such a
probably do
thing.
it in different, like, you can get him to go with the football shimmy, but, like, you have to have skills to get him to go in other
Yes.
twerking positions.
Yes, exactly. Anyway.
Gotta make that booty clap.
Yes, you do have to make that booty clap. So I feel a little differently about this because at least Shane is there every week. Like,
Yeah,
he is
that's true.
He is consistently
And
there.
very tight shirts.
And he can move, and he clearly is, like, traveling and working out and, like, doing the grind with everybody else. And so, like,
Doing the grind.
while I don't love the idea of him and Kevin having a match, like, Kevin is gonna make him look great, and he's gonna make Kevin look like a fucking mad powerhouse. So, I guess I'm here for that. But this is, like I said, I think this is a good start, and I'm excited to see what happens to this. I also like how Daniel Bryan was like, I'm gonna pause long enough just so everyone thinks it's gonna be me. Like, we know it's not you. You're on the no-touch list. You can't be in a ring. Don't do it, Daniel. He's like, it's Shane. Shane's gonna be the referee. Okay.
Shane.
And I'm gonna announce the match.
The Usos' new thing apparently is just rapping.
I guess so.
I mean,
pretty good at it.
Yeah, they're great at it for, like, this, you know, promo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how they're like New Day when they, like, laugh at their own jokes.
Yes.
They're very different from New Day, but they are similar in promos,
Mm-hmm.
which is why they had that whole rap battle. But and it makes sense that they, like, stole their like
Yes.
gimmick.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the Usos.
They're doing a great job.
Things I never thought I would say.
I know, right?
I was always like, nah, the Usos are there.
And like, honestly, they've always been good wrestlers.
Right, but it was just like,
I'm so distracted by their terrible, shitty babyface gimmick, and now it's like, oh, you are actually very good.
yeah, because they would, well, it was always disappointing because they would come out and do the like haka,
Which was cool, and I did
and it was
like.
dope, and then it was just like,
We smile a lot, you can't tell us apart.
right, like they did this very aggressive thing.
Yeah.
and they were like, "Ba-bow."
Yeah, exactly. It was very
But
strange.
now that they are just like aggressive,
yeah,
it works.
I absolutely prefer it. Totally agree.
so Fashion Peaks is a thing that happened.
Confession. I've never seen Twin Peaks. I don't
Here's a
know
confession.
anything about Twin Peaks.
I've only seen a couple episodes because it's scary, but I have seen enough episodes to get all of the references.
Oh,
in
really?
it. I was like, I get it.
I understood, like, okay, I get some of this a little because I, like, culturally am familiar with the
Right.
show, but, like, I've never watched a single frame of any Twin Peaks.
My two favorite moments, Breeze saying, I don't know how mail works.
So good. Why did I record this? I'm gonna have to send this to you.
Not really sure how the mail works,
It just, like, sets it down.
which is hilarious. And Tyler Breeze just screaming, stop with the metaphors!
Enough with the metaphors! My favorite line, when Fandango came in weird, which I didn't understand, when he, like, walked in very weird.
It's just, in the show, the Kyle MacLachlan character or whatever, like, falls asleep or whatever, and then, or you think, I don't know, he hallucinates, whatever. He goes to a place called the Red Room, and it's all red, and there's, like, a little person dressed all in red dancing and speaking backwards, and everyone's, like, laughing, and it's this weird, creepy red room. So it was just supposed to be that. And
Okay.
it's filled with a bunch of bullshit metaphors.
Okay, I see. That does make much
There
more
was
sense.
a log, because there's, like, a weird log lady.
That's very bizarre. But when Fandango came in, did the weird thing, and it, like, the camera, like, panned to Tyler, and he was like, what's going on? And it panned back, and the Ascension were just there, and he was
Yeah.
like, Ascension, we've already ruled you out several times!
Yeah. At this point, I kind of just wanted to be the Ascension.
I would
To be
accept
like,
it.
This weird long game.
Right?
I was like, no, we really were, like, we went up to you.
I don't think WWE knows who it is, or
Yeah.
has not known, and has to pick before next week. Like, so many people are like, it's Harper and Rowan, that I'm like, I've resigned to it, and I've accepted that it's probably them, and it's gonna feel very disappointing. But
what
like,
if it's
it
Harper
could also
and
be
Rowan?
anyone?
What if it's Harper and Rowan, and then the Ascension teams up with the Fashion Police, and now they're like buds?
I'm so okay
The
with that.
Ascension also is doing, like, a really good job
They're
in
so
all of it.
funny. I don't understand how that, like, it feels like, okay, I also don't have an emotional connection to the Ascension because I didn't really watch their time at NXT. I
Right.
only know them as this terrible
I watched
main
their
roster
very
gimmick.
end gimmick. It's like the same gimmick, it just, like, worked in NXT.
Well, Vince also made them much more Road Warrior
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
purpose when they first came up. Now it feels like they're back to the way that they were more so in NXT. Like, the way that they look feels like
Right.
the makeup is different and is much more, like, scary, but is less Road Warrior and more
Yeah.
Ascension a la NXT. So I don't have that emotional connection to them. So seeing them like this is like the most I've ever liked them, and like they're genuinely funny and are good at this. And both of them are decent enough wrestlers that they should be used.
The bigger one, Connor,
Yeah.
he's a good wrestler.
The one who like looks like he could be Colt Cabana's cousin. That's kind of what he's always reminded me of. They have really similar faces.
No, I don't get it. Just the bald one is the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know.
Not the one with the long stringy hair.
No, not the one that looks like he's Corbin's brother.
Yes. Exactly.
So Sami Zayn and Aiden English had a match.
Mm-hmm.
I am so happy that Aiden English changed the lyrics to his dumb song, because the Mozart of melody never made sense, because Mozart is literally the Mozart of melody.
Yes.
But the Mozart of mayhem, however, is
Yes,
better.
it's much better.
The Rembrandt of rage.
Yes. The wrong word to hold out that R-A, though. Like, that it did not sound like that's what that word was going to be. And I was like, you need to shorten that. That does not sound good. It sounds very much like he's saying the Rembrandt of rape. And
Yeah,
it's-
but like now, once people will get
now
it,
that I know that that's what he's going for. But that first time, it was like,
I did not think that.
It was really weird. It was just long enough that I was like, what is happening here? Anyway.
I am so into the Drama Kings gimmick.
I love it. Also, I love that he was wearing fucking Rothka pants. Like, what a bizarre,
He's a nerd. He's like,
choice.
I got it.
Yeah, right. He had like a series of fashion, because at first I was like, what are these lazy ass paint pants? And then on the front, you can see that they're like clearly supposed to be Rothka. And I was like, these are brilliant. What's next? Tom Phillips tried to say they were fucking Jackson Pollock-esque. I was like, you don't know what Jackson Pollock looks like, you
Tom
piece
Phillips
of shit.
Is really dumb.
He's so dumb. It's like, that's not even close to what that is.
He's definitely one of those guys that like hung out with all of the like the smart bros, like the people who are douches, but like they're smart, and he like was their like dumb friend.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I am confused why Sami Zayn lost.
I don't know, but I did like that Mike and Maria came out and were just like, we're amazing, here's our love song, we're happy that you lost, here's our love song.
Yeah.
It was very appropriate.
And Sami Zayn was like, what? What is happening?
I just lost unexpectedly, and then this weird bullshit happened. Like, okay, that's cool.
Becky Lynch and Naomi fought Natty and Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
Is Becky Lynch hurt? I heard that she was hurt.
Is
She was kind of like limping on her knee too.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
She didn't wrestle a ton.
I don't know. I've heard that the rumors about her and Cyborg having some kind of like specialty attraction fight at SummerSlam are like shaping up. Like, might actually happen.
Oh, cool.
So that might be okay then. Like, if she's working a little bit injured and is working with someone who doesn't really work, like that might be okay. They can probably work around that, because they're gonna have to work safe for Chris Cyborg anyway.
Weird.
We'll see. Do you know about all that?
No.
Chris Cyborg is a UFC women's fighter. Becky Lynch is dating an MMA fighter.
Right, I knew that.
And so Chris Cyborg
He's okay looking.
Yeah, he's all right looking. They look adorable when they go kayaking together. They clearly love adventure. They have been like tweeting, Becky Lynch and Cyborg have been like tweeting back and forth to each other, and Becky was poking fun at her like, LOL, if your UFC handlers will let you do anything, it doesn't seem like they let you do much. And so they were like, she was like, I'm gonna come there, I'm gonna kick your butt. And it seems like they might legit try to set up a match between the two of them at some WWE
How long
thing.
is SummerSlam gonna be?
4 hours. Well, 4 hours plus at least an hour-long pre-show, so 5 hours. They might do the full WrestleMania and do a 2-hour pre-show. But I don't know. I don't know.
Naomi looked so fucking good in this match. That slide slap.
So good!
Ugh.
It was so good! Ugh.
And I
she
love
and Carmella
how-
have really good chemistry.
Yeah, and her and Natty have good chemistry too.
Yeah,
Like, I love that Natty had her in the sharpshooter and like really moved her around, and it really looked like Naomi couldn't take it anymore, and Carmella's dumbass tagged in, and
I
Natty
love
was
it.
literally like, "Are you fucking
Bitch,
kidding
what?
me?"
Right.
And then of course Carmella like taps almost immediately.
It was really good.
Also, like, I know that there are complaints sometimes that like, oh, all women have submissions and blah blah blah, but like, Naomi's submission is great, Carmella's submission is great, Natty's submission has a place.
Yeah.
Like, they also have like power attacks, but like, I fucking love Naomi's submission. I love it.
And it's not like they only have submissions.
Right.
They all have submissions and finishers.
Right.
Like, that's good. You should have both. You should be able to do
Does Becky
both.
have a finisher too, or just the arm? Because the back exploder is not a finisher. I think she just has an arm disarmer.
You might be right. I think the disarmer might be her only finisher.
And I think Carmella only has that finisher too.
Really?
Because she's got the move, like she does the Bronco Buster move. That's not a finisher.
Oh, it's not? I thought that was her finisher.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think the like little head.
Okay, then that
thing.
is weird. They should also have finishers.
And
then.
Natty technically really only has that finisher.
I guess you're right. That's weird. I guess that's true that, like, Natty has that specialty move that she does where she, like, runs
Yeah.
over them and then drop kicks them.
Yeah, like they have specialty moves. Now that I think about it, does Naomi
is
have like a
weird.
fit? Naomi
The rear view is her finisher.
hasn't been in a long time.
That's
The
true.
submission now.
She
That's
does,
just like a move.
She does have a finisher, though. It's the Johnny Mundo thing.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah,
End
it's
of the world.
the end of the world, but yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what they call it. And Charlotte obviously has the figure eight and natural selection.
Which she wins with both.
Right. And so does Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha has just the bank statement, which is a submission. But it
also has a backbuster.
yeah.
in
I
it,
mean,
though.
it's like I was just gonna say. Yeah, it's like a dynamic submission.
Right, exactly.
Bayley doesn't have a submission. She just has the
The belly.
Bayley to belly.
Bayley to belly, yeah, I think you're right.
Nia just like sits on people.
Well, she has that senton somersault now, too.
Oh,
which-
that's true. And she's got that big leg drop.
Yeah. So those are both... Neither of those are submissions. I don't think...
And Alexa does all of, like, his Twisted Bliss and...
Insult to injury, but that's just a specialty move.
But Twisted Bliss is a finisher, and so is her DDT.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I guess, like, yeah.
She doesn't have a submission move that she uses, right?
No, she doesn't. Now that I can think of.
Okay.
So I guess it was just, like, a weird, like...
It's like a weird chunk that
Yeah.
they're all together. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, if they have submissions, they should also have finishers. Like,
I agree.
AJ Styles has the calf crusher and the Styles Clash.
Right.
Like,
Naomi has two.
yeah, you should
Charlotte
be able
has
to
two,
win
yeah.
with either. You shouldn't
Agreed.
just have to put someone in a
Yeah,
submission.
you should have, like, your specialty move and then your...
Yeah, like with Becky, I guess it makes sense.
Also,
that's,
Charlotte
like,
has
her
the moonsault,
thing.
too.
Yeah, that's true, but she doesn't finish people with that. That's another specialty move.
Yeah, but she has finished somebody with that before.
Has she?
I think so.
Mm.
It could easily be turned into a finisher.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Gable fought Rusev, whatever.
That was a really good match.
Yeah, but it's also like, what's happening? We only
They
did
wanna-
this so that Randy would come out?
Well, yeah, Randy and Rusev obviously are having this
I'm
thing.
happy
but
to
they,
see
like,
Gable.
They want to push Gable, apparently, like, really push
Good,
Gable. Which
absolutely. He's great.
He is great.
But,
and
like, why is Rusev and Randy fighting?
I don't know. I thought Randy was going on vacation. Maybe he's going on vacation after this.
I hope Rusev crushes him so that Randy can leave.
Yeah, I would also really like that. Also, I mean, this is good for Rusev. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Randy is a huge name. And
Agreed.
I don't think they've had
And
a
he
feud
just
before.
I can't recall. And he just fought Cena, so like,
Yeah.
he's fighting big names. It's just like he also needs to win against big names.
Yeah,
But
true.
Randy Orton doesn't have like America like riding on his back.
Also,
so-
I like how Rusev was like, John Cena may have won this match, but all he did was wave that flag around, so I didn't actually lose, so I haven't lost to anyone. Just like wiped it all clean. It was just like, I'm undefeated because I said so, and that's how y'all have to treat me now. And I was like, oh, okay, shit, of course, I will. Lana's not around anymore. You could say whatever you want for yourself. I will believe you. Also, I thought that they played Lana's music when he left. I was like, is that... Wait a minute. This doesn't sound like Russo's music. This sounds like Lana's music. It was really weird.
That's weird. And then Cena versus Nakamura. But we already talked about that.
Yeah, it was a really good match where I thought that John Cena died.
Yeah.
It,
And at the end, Nakamura was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, you
said-
don't have to apologize.
He said, I'm so sorry. And John Cena said, don't be sorry. And I was like, oh, oh God. You are the greatest of all time. It was very good. It was nice to see Nakamura push to be good.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
like I was saying last week too, there is clearly a limit of what Nakamura is going to be able to do in WWE, and this felt like a demonstration that he can still have great matches.
Yeah.
It's just not always going
Him
to be
versus
like
Jinder
that.
will be very interesting.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens. Is he gonna beat Jinder? Like, I kind of feel like Shinsuke needs a title. Like, they don't
Yeah, but if
know
he
what to
beats
do
Jinder,
with him.
does Baron Corbin just come in and cash in?
Yeah, possibly. I've considered that. At the same time, like, I feel like there are a couple of ways that could go. I also feel like Baron seems like he's gonna have this for a minute. It kind of feels like he's gonna have this, and if Shinsuke has the belt, he can be like, I've already beaten you, I already did all of this, like, so I feel like there can be a little of that as well.
And I guess that it makes the threat of Baron Corbin much bigger if you have
right,
that belt.
exactly, like, you already know that he
So you
can
don't think
already
it will
beat
happen
you.
at SummerSlam?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think like a fake cash in?
Yes,
would
definitely.
happen? Yeah.
It's
All
the
right.
stage for that.
We have a ton of fucking questions.
We do have a ton of questions.
So let's just do this.
All right,
This
let's
one's
do it.
from Henry T. Casey. How would a musical episode of Lucha Underground work? Would it have to be like a dream or something?
Yeah, it has to be a dream. Who's dreaming, though?
Dario's dreaming. Dario loves musicals.
Yes.
He's in his office and he's like writing checks and he falls asleep and then it just turns into like a really brightly colored musical.
Yes.
Like Guys and Fucking Dolls.
Oh my god, yes. And, like, close spotlight pin, Melissa's face. And she has a, like, a cappella verse over, like, the beginning of, oh my god, not Anchors Away, although very similar to that. I don't remember. It's the one where they're on a ship and they sing Blow Gabriel.
Anything goes.
Yes, anything goes. At the very beginning, it opens and there's like, here's a clear verse over a clear day. This ship's about to take off. And Melissa Santos like, here we are in the temple. Sets the stage. And then definitely needs to be a kick line that comes down the stairs at some point. For sure, definitely. All wearing
But
black.
it's Worldwide Underground.
Yes. Absolutely. Aerostar rides like a surfboard down the the railing of the steps and flies into the ring in like an elaborate kick dance.
Oh, and Aerostar and Drago, their like whole thing is that like Drago's like doing drugs and Aerostar's like, no, you're my friend, you can, and he's trying to sing to get him back on the straight and narrow.
They have to do some kind of like tap battle in order to take the drugs away or something. Let's see what else. There is absolutely two-sided, the things that musicals love to do. Someone's in one bedroom, someone's in another bedroom, and it's Ivelisse and Katrina plotting about how they're gonna kill each other, but they're like putting their makeup on while they do it.
That's so silly.
Give this to us, Lucha.
This one's from Chicago Sea Rose. Stella, can you teach me burlesque so you and I can do a Kenny Omega Marty Scurll piece? Absolutely. I literally have all of the costumes for Marty Scurll. Plug away. Tomorrow, which will be Friday, August 4th, Plan 9 has our show at Stage 773 at 10:30 p.m. and I am doing a Marty Scurll number.
Yes.
So
I will be rapturing.
Buy your tickets.
I will be there as Bikini Bottom.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. Also, like, yeah, I will teach you burlesque. We will be sexy Bullet Club together.
That means that we're one step closer to that Young Bucks number.
Oh my god. I don't want to talk about it because
no, I don't want to talk about it either.
Just know, I had this like idea for a Young Bucks Bullet Club number, and it's
brilliant. It's so good.
It's so silly.
So good.
So Erin was literally crying for like 5 minutes.
I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. This one's from Megan. It's not WWE, but thoughts on the AEW Women's Tournament.
I'm
also,
so
hello,
happy.
I love you both. I'm really excited. I think the belt is really beautiful.
Yes, I like it a lot.
It's a good mix of a couple women that I don't know very well, and then like women that I like really know. Candace is going to be there, Havoc, Su Yung, Ivelisse.
Yep.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, for better or for worse. That's fine.
I think it's going to be really fun. I am really pissed that the first one's in LaSalle.
I know. I get why they're doing it, though. It does make sense.
Yeah, whatever. But finally, like, it's been, like, how long since there's been 0 women at AEW? When, like, they would have, like, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, like, whatever, and it was great. I do hope that just because there's a women's belt now, that they still do intergender matches, because like AEW's done a lot of intergender matches. Like one of my favorite matches I've ever seen live was Candice LeRae versus Sami Callihan for the AEW like belt. Like I want that stuff to still be happening. I still want like intergender matches. Yeah, but I'm really happy about this tournament.
I think it's the right step too. And
Agreed.
Oh my god, I'm totally blanking on his name. The guy who books AEW was tweeting about it and was saying that he was like, I'm so happy with the response to this. It seems like everyone's really excited about the belt and the tournament.
Yeah,
and he was like, I feel like having a belt will bring out the best in all of our competitors, which I think is is like an important point, because it's true about the wrestlers. And I also think it's true about the crowd. If you have a belt for your women,
you have a reason to be invested.
You're telling
not just women's wrestling.
You're telling the people in the crowd, like, we are invested in this and you should be invested in it as well. And it doesn't, like, the women aren't just a sideshow who, like, maybe one of them will wrestle for a belt someday, or like maybe one of them will be in a mixed tag. Like it's not like they have 2 women win the tag team belts ever. Like I don't even know if that's ever happened to AEW. So like this tells the crowd you should take these women seriously, which I think is a very good step. And like we've said before, AEW is a very inclusive place most of the time. So like I think this is another good step in that direction.
This one's also from Henry TKC. What's the furthest you've traveled for wrestling? Oh, I have not traveled very far. I've actually never seen wrestling in other states. So, Bourbon Street? That's the furthest for me.
So, Marionette Park.
Yeah, that's like an hour away.
But
we are hopefully, knock on wood, planning to go to WrestleMania, so that will be...
Yes, that would be super fun. And you'll be going to Pro Wrestling Blitz. I've been out to their venue before, but...
I was like, say, you're going to.
Yeah, but I've been there before.
Okay.
And that one's like 2 hours away, too. That's also a pretty cool place. I went to St. Louis for Money in the Bank. That's the furthest I traveled.
You did.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And then when I'm on my honeymoon in Berlin, I'm determined to find German wrestling. If anyone has German wrestling recommendations about companies I should be looking for, I would appreciate it. So that will be the furthest, although I won't have traveled for wrestling, but I will be there.
That's funny. This one's from RamJam89. Oh, I also said, like, you can send questions that are not wrestling related. Has anyone ever been to the Quidditch Cup finals besides Slytherin or Gryffindor? You know what? That's such a great point. In the books? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
because Hufflepuffs are lame, and Ravenclaw, they're like, well, we love books.
We love books and hate flying. I feel like the Ravenclaw team is always the first one to get eliminated.
Yeah,
because
because the Hufflepuff are like really trying hard. They're just like not great.
And
at
they
it.
did have Cedric, who was a very good
That's
Hufflepuff player. Actually, I think that year it may have been Hufflepuff and Slytherin who went to the Cup because the Gryffindors got eliminated. Because I know that they didn't go every year. Because Oliver Wood really wanted to get to the tournament before he graduated and then only got in his last year. So
Because
yes,
of
it
Harry
does
Potter.
happen.
Because of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And his like snitchiness.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. This one's from B. Silverio. Ben, we met him at...
Yes.
Sorry I totally butchered your name. Do you have any rituals or traditions before performances? I don't really, because I kind of am always running around like a chicken with my head cut off. If I have a moment, I usually do a lot of character stuff, so I will like think about like my character's intention or whatever. Sometimes I'm just like, just remember that burlesque is dumb and have fun. I'll say that to my head. And then if I'm actually nervous, I'll like take a couple deep breaths and like really cornily I like rub my Bette Midler tattoo and I'm like, the queen will give me strength.
That's adorable.
I know, but I like, she's like, I'm like, she's here, she's with me, we can do this.
That's so funny.
But usually I'm like, oh, well, it's time for me to go on. Great.
Yeah, true. Live that. I now, like, if I'm doing like burlesque stuff, I just like to sit by myself for a couple of minutes and like mindfully breathe. It's not really, I guess it's meditation, but not like a focused meditation. Just like a sit and breathe for a second.
Yeah.
Just like get myself centered and like have a drink if it's a burlesque show. When I was acting and was doing actual like stage plays, not that burlesque isn't real or whatever,
no, it's
but
different.
yeah, like
It's totally different.
a fully staged play. I did my makeup by myself, and I would go find the furthest removed corner and I would sit by myself and I would read my book for 30 minutes and completely clear my mind of the show, and then I would start like 5 minutes like right till places. I would go backstage and then I would do mindful breathing back there.
I guess I do put on my makeup and do my hair all by myself because I try and get ready before I'm at a venue.
Yeah, I do that too. Like if I'm doing Sidlicious makeup, I try and do all of it before I get there.
I also when I was doing more straight theater, I would just do like I would try and be by myself and just do big breathing exercises, especially particularly because I primarily did classical theater, which needs some support.
Yes, it does. Yep. I also, like, when I did a lot of musicals, I hated group warm-ups. I fucking
hate group warm-ups.
Fucking hate
I also
group
hate,
warm-ups.
like, I don't think anybody listens to this. I hate, like, team, like, let's put our hands in. I hate that shit. And I, like, get it. It does work for a lot of people, and I always participate, and I try and be a good sport about it, but it, like, does nothing for me, and I'm always like, ugh.
I liked it in, like, studio. I felt like that was an appropriate place for that kind of stuff because it did feel like we were a
like
team.
class.
Yeah, it was like a team that was doing something together. But as like a normal production, I generally avoid those kind of things because I feel like it pulls me out of the moment.
Agreed. This is from Fitzpatrick14. When Brie Bella returns, who do you want her to face?
That's a good question.
Well, I guess it depends on where she would go. I think Brie Bella versus Carmella would actually be really interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be really interesting as
Because
well.
Brie Bella could be like, you're just an entitled little, and then Carmella would be like, you're literally like, it's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
You think because you're a mom now, you're better than me?
I think you're better than me, bitch. Yeah, that would be fun. I think that Emma would be an interesting opponent for Brie because Brie's not great, but Emma is good at leading. Like, Emma can have a good match with people who are of lower skill level.
Character-wise, like, it's just Emma being like,
yeah. It's all about me. Who gives a shit about your baby? Feud.
Did you hear about NXT call-ups post SummerSlam?
I heard that some people might get demoted to NXT.
Oh, this is at Vina MK. Rumor, speculation, situation with Bayley. We talked about SummerSlam plans and NXT call-ups post SummerSlam.
I think Asuka's coming up.
I mean,
she breaks.
please, God.
She breaks all of the records in the WWE modern era 2 days before SummerSlam. So, like, why keep that belt on her? Have Ember win and just move her straight out. Don't even do I want my rematch shit. Just show up the next day and be like, I'm here, bitches.
I'm here, bitches.
So I feel like she's definitely coming up. Bobby Roode also, I feel like he's about to lose to Drew McIntyre.
That would make sense.
And like he
Drew with a belt.
doesn't need to be there. Sanity feels like they're coming up.
You just desperately want them to come up.
Well, I also feel like they're ready.
Yeah.
Like, what else are they doing with Eric Young? What else can Nikki Cross do? Like, put Nikki on the main roster with a bunch of other women.
Did you see that Peyton and Billy both, like, posted hashtag National Girlfriend
Yes,
Day?
with their life partners. I was like, I love this.
I know.
This is so wonderful.
I love it. This
So
is
good.
from K to the R. My friends got me a burlesque dancer dressed as a Dalek for my bachelorette party. Great.
Awesome.
It was great. What character would you choose for yours or Erin's? It would be super weird if I had burlesque at my bachelorette party.
Yeah, you
I
know
would just be
everyone.
like, hey, everybody!
Let me pay ya.
What's up? I know all your real names and what you look like without makeup and all the gross things you do backstage. But I guess, honestly, if I were to hire somebody, it would be so weird. I would never do it, but it would definitely be Ray Gunn. Like, holy shit. If you want to see some good fucking male burlesque, Google Ray Gunn and just, like, get ready to fucking freak out. Ray Gunn Jabberwocky. Oh. That motherfucker. Or Ray Gunn, his snake act. Holy shit, that man.
I don't think I've ever seen him before.
Oof, girl.
Ooh.
But character. Also, all my friends strip as characters. It would be so fucking weird for me. It's really cool for you.
You know who I think would be fun to see, because she has like the greatest butt I've ever seen? Lady Jack. If she did like a Captain Hook number, I feel like she would
First of all,
no,
I
not
do
like,
a Captain Hook number.
No.
Second of all, you're not going to hire me. Just kidding.
No, that would be so weird.
But I want your money.
Yeah, well, no.
Lady
no,
Jack
you
has
do
some
like
really...
you do a very specific kind of Captain Hook. I'm thinking like Jason Isaacs, very serious, dark Captain Hook. I feel like she would be very good at that kind of Captain Hook.
You should watch some of her more like character-based pieces. She has one act where she is like this robot type thing, but then she kind of turns into this flower.
Oh,
it's really
cool.
cool. She has another act where the most realistic Stepford wife thing I've ever seen. She is like, she's so good at like jerky robot-y movements. Mm-hmm. She's got, her and Eva LaFiva have a really good voodoo doll number. She's really good at character stuff, so that's a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen some of her like stuff from the like Chicago Burlesque Fest. I've seen some of the routines that she's done there. Like, she's just really fucking good.
She's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, DM me because I want to know the name of that performer, because I probably know who they are. This is from Good Brother 89. Is there any possibility for SummerSlam other than Shinsuke Nakamura beating Jinder Mahal and then Baron Corbin calling in? Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fake call-in.
I think it's gonna be a fake call-in too. I just don't. I feel like the only way that they could make that work is because, like we were saying, Baron has already beaten Shinsuke. Sorta. It's weird because they had this like muddy finish to the end of this, and it's still clearly not finished. So I don't know. I feel like it would be interesting if Baron challenged him and lost. No one ever loses the briefcase. Like, we don't even consider that.
Yeah, only
to
like
be
one person has ever lost.
Two.
Damien Sandow and
John Cena.
Well, it doesn't count. John Cena.
Exactly.
He has had everything.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. So it would be interesting to see them have someone cash in and lose, and have them come out the other side of them and be able to still do something with them. Like,
that would be interesting. And especially since you would still have Carmella with her.
Right, exactly. It's not like there would be no money in the briefcase after that.
No money, no money.
So I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of things that could happen. They're all kind of based around that idea, though, that there's going to be a fake cash-in, or there'll be a cash-in shortly afterwards. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see, like we said, Jinder versus Shinsuke. I'm interested to see how that match works out. I'm interested to see what the fallout afterwards is. It's an interesting choice. And I thought it was going to be John Cena. So, like, I'm honestly surprised that it's Shinsuke.
This is from Sharkosaur. Would watching a promotion you don't normally watch help my apathy? No. Something wild like DDT, like, sure, but like my whole apathy is that I'm apathetic.
Not just about wrestling, about everything.
Yeah. Anyway, my question is, remember Dolph Ziggler?
I was thinking about that earlier today, like, we haven't seen that motherfucker in a minute.
Not since he was the first one eliminated in that Battle Royale.
Yeah,
or
that
whatever.
Terrible straightened hair. Bye.
Anyway, my question is, remember Dolph Ziggler? This one's from Joe Crack. What comic character do you wish had their own solo series right now? I really wish Psylocke had her own series. I know they're doing a lot of X-Men solos, and I have been enjoying the Jean Grey one. I just love Psylocke. I think she's so fucked up and dark, and she has this, like, she comes from privilege and has this, like, you know, privilege past, but then she got, like, murdered and is in somebody else's body, a body of a different race. So she's, like, born a white woman and is now an Asian woman. She also has this insatiable desire to kill. She murdered her boyfriend. Like, that would be so interesting. Like, seeing her in a very Jessica Jones style way, like, being so fucked up and, like, having to deal with it. I think that would be really cool. Also, just a side note, the Jessica Jones series is really good. Also, there's so many good solo series right now. The Hawkeye Kate Bishop series is so good. The She-Hulk one is really good. The Jessica Jones one is really good. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is great. Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
Anyways, girls. I love Kitty Pryde. She's my favorite X-Men character, but I think she is better as on a team. And right now she's the team leader of X-Men Gold. And that makes way more sense for her. Yeah. Except for she's a mom haircut, and I'm not super into it.
Yeah. It happens. Does Squirrel Girl have her own show now? Is that in development?
I think it's in development. I don't know if it's her own show. I think she's just part of a team.
Oh, okay. Because that was going to be my answer. I would love a Squirrel Girl show. I've just always found her fascinating.
I mean, do you read the comic?
I haven't in a long time.
I mean, you should. Yeah. It's really funny.
I know. I've heard really good things about it.
It's really good.
I know. I just, like, I have felt very apathetic about reading.
I think they meant solo series, like comic books. So Squirrel Girl already has her own solo series.
Oh, I thought he meant adaptations, because there are so many.
Or like a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like a Psylocke TV show, but I do want a Psylocke comic. Anyways, fuck, marry, kill the Gotham City Sirens. You marry Catwoman, obviously. She's the most stable. She's got a lot of money.
True.
Because she is a thief. You kill Harley because she is nuts. And you fuck Ivy because she's real hot. Yeah,
I would agree with that. I feel like you could switch Ivy and Harley in that situation. Although I guess to be safe, you would have to kill Harley, because if you fuck her and leave her, she would, like, hunt you down in the night.
Or to be safe, you would kill Ivy, because, like, sometimes if you kiss Ivy, you die.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true.
Because of, like, plant pheromones or whatever.
All right, fair. That's true. Okay. As long as I can get, like, a guarantee also, like, from Harley that she's not going to murder me in my sleep.
Batman in the comics is, like, actually marrying Catwoman, which is, like, weird. He, like, proposed to her and was like, my life is falling apart. Will you marry me? And she was like, sure, whatever. Whatever.
Weird.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
The Batman comic is weird right now. In so many ways.
Whatever.
In so many ways.
I didn't even think about it.
That's the end.
All right. Demis.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even say our information.
Let's do it. My name is Stella Cheeks, and you can find me on the internet at Stella_Cheeks.
You can find me at Urgency.
You can email us at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com. You can find our Tumblr at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com. You can email us at notyourdemo@gmail.com. Those are different. You can also find us on Cage Side Seats. I'm just doing it all. And you should find us on iTunes, where you should please rate, review, and subscribe. So we are very close to hitting our 2-year anniversary, which is going to be SummerSlam. We are going to do like a little prize thing. If you leave a review, everybody who's ever left a review and anybody who leaves a review, we're going to do like a random number generator and pick somebody, and you'll get a little prize. We will send you a button, and we're getting Not Your Demographic koozies made, and then we'll send you a copy of Boone the Bounty Hunter. So that's like a little cute thing that you can win, and also leave us a review. 5 stars. If I number generate and it's a 3-star, you're not gonna win.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna skip that.
You better be a fucking 5-star. All right? Leave us reviews if you want gifts. If you don't want gifts, screw you. Demis.
Yeah.
point of snacking is that it's not good.
No, the whole point of snacking is that it tastes good.
Yeah, but things that are good for you don't taste good.
That's not necessarily true. There are all kinds of good things that taste good.
Like what?
Like wasabi almonds. Those are good snacking foods.
Wasabi is disgusting. Almonds are boring. How is that better than Doritos?
Incorrect.
Old Navy's Saturday Steal is back with the season's biggest one-day deal. 50% off all jeans, plus kids' tees and girls' tanks and leggings for just $3. One day only this Saturday at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 8/5, excludes clearance jeans. $3 deal, select styles only.